Samsung Galaxy S27 Ultra design leaks are starting to heat up. And if the latest rumors are even close to accurate, Samsung may be preparing one of its biggest visual shakeups in years, one that could feel like a throwback to the Galaxy S era with a modern twist. For a long time, Samsung has stuck to a familiar camera identity on its Galaxy phones, a vertically aligned camera layout sitting at the top left of the back panel. If you've used recent Galaxy S series devices, you already know the look-stacked lenses, clean symmetry, and a design language that's become instantly recognizable as Samsung. But now, the Galaxy S27 Ultra is rumored to break that tradition. And the most interesting part, the rumored change doesn't just aim to look different, it could solve real usability problems, create space for upgraded camera hardware, and revive a design approach that many fans still love. Let's break down everything the Samsung Galaxy S27 Ultra design leak is suggesting. The camera redesign, why people are comparing it to Google Pixel phones, how it connects back to the Galaxy S10 series, and what it could mean for features like variable aperture and battery upgrades. For years, Samsung's camera layout has been consistent for a reason. It works, it's recognizable, and it keeps the back panel feeling clean and premium. Most Galaxy phones with triple cameras follow the same formula. 3 sensors arranged vertically on the upper left corner. The Galaxy S Ultra models take that approach and scale it up. Because Ultra phones usually carry 4 cameras plus extra components like additional sensors and an LED flash, Samsung has typically needed more space. That's why Ultra models often end up with a more prominent camera presence, sometimes using multiple vertical columns or larger rings. Fast forward to the latest generation, the Galaxy S26 Ultra. It kept the signature Galaxy look while adding a camera island that made the rear design feel even more refined. For many users, it was one of Samsung's cleanest backs, yet premium, structured, and unmistakably ultra. So, why would Samsung change course with the Galaxy S27 Ultra? Because leaks suggest Samsung might be heading toward a different camera philosophy that looks closer to the modern Google Pixel camera bar, a horizontal camera layout that stretches across the top portion of the back panel with sensors aligned side by side instead of stacked vertically, according to rumors and several AI-based renders circulating online. The Samsung Galaxy S27 Ultra could adopt a horizontal camera island near the top of the device, potentially spanning a wider area and changing the phone's silhouette instantly. That would be a dramatic shift. And yes, people are already debating it. Some are calling it a smart course correction, a fresh identity for a lineup that started to feel visually repetitive. Others say it looks too much like the Pixel style and worry Samsung could lose part of its design signature. But here's the twist. While the design reminds people of Pixel phones today, Samsung has done something similar before, back in the Galaxy S10 era. If you remember the Galaxy S10 series, especially the standard Galaxy S10, Samsung used a horizontal camera module design with multiple sensors aligned across the back. It wasn't a camera bar the way Pixel does it now, but it absolutely carried that same horizontal idea, wide layout, balanced look, and a camera section that felt integrated into the design instead of stacked like a tower. That's why some fans are saying the Galaxy S27 Ultra could be reviving the Galaxy S10 design era, bringing back the horizontal alignment concept, but modernizing it for a true ultra-level camera system. Now, it's important to be clear. The Galaxy S27 Ultra probably won't look exactly like the AI renders. AI renders tend to exaggerate shapes, smooth out engineering realities, and make concepts look cleaner than real production constraints allow. Real phones need antennas, durability, lens spacing, and internal component alignment. But even if the final design is different in the details, the overall direction could be real. Samsung Galaxy S27 Ultra camera design, moving from vertical alignment to a more horizontal layout. So what would Samsung gain from a horizontal camera setup? First, the biggest everyday benefit: less wobble on a table. If you've ever put a modern Ultra phone down on a desk and tried to type, you've probably experienced that annoying rocking effect. A large camera bump on one side makes the phone tilt and wobble, especially on flat surfaces. A horizontal camera island could distribute weight and height more evenly, reducing that awkward tilt. That's not just a design change, it's a quality of life upgrade you feel every single day. Second, it may create room for bigger camera hardware. A wider camera island could allow Samsung to rearrange internal space and potentially fit larger sensors or improved lens systems. And that leads directly to one of the most exciting rumored possibilities: variable aperture technology, returning in a more advanced way. Variable aperture is the kind of camera feature that can actually change how your phone shoots in different lighting conditions, letting in more light when it's dark, or stopping down for sharper detail and better control when it's bright. If Samsung uses the extra space from a new camera layout to bring in better optics, the Galaxy S27 Ultra could deliver more consistent results across night photography, portraits, and zoom shots. Third, there's the battery argument. A redesigned camera layout could help Samsung vacate internal space or optimize component placement more efficiently, potentially making room for a larger battery. And for an Ultra phone, battery life is not a small detail. It's one of the biggest reasons people choose the Ultra over the standard and Plus models. If Samsung can pair a new camera design with a meaningful battery upgrade, the Galaxy S27 Ultra could become an even stronger all-day powerhouse, especially for users who shoot lots of video, use high brightness outdoors, or rely on heavy multitasking. But will the new look help sales? That's where the reactions get mixed. Some users are excited because the Ultra line has looked too familiar year after year. A new silhouette could make the Galaxy S27 Ultra stand out instantly in photos, in stores, and on social medias, something that matters more than people admit, especially in a premium market. Others worry that a pixel-like horizontal bar could make the Ultra feel less uniquely Samsung. And in a world where brand identity is everything, Samsung has to walk a fine line. Evolve the design without looking like it's copying a competitor. Still, there's another way to look at it. Samsung may not be copying a design, it may be returning to one of its own older design ideas from the Galaxy S10 era, updating it for a 2026 Ultra flagship, and packaging it with practical benefits like improved stability on a table, better internal spacing, and the potential for camera and battery upgrades. So if the leak is real, the Samsung Galaxy S27 Ultra might not just be getting a new camera look, it might be getting a new design philosophy: less tower-style stacking, more balanced hardware distribution, more space for pro-level components, and a back panel that feels cleaner and more symmetrical. Right now, the most important takeaway is this: the Galaxy S27 Ultra design leak suggests a major camera redesign is coming, and it could be the biggest Galaxy Ultra visual change since Samsung established the modern Ultra identity. Whether you love the idea or hate it, one thing is clear: if Samsung moves to a horizontal camera island, the Galaxy S27 Ultra will be instantly recognizable, instantly different, and impossible to confuse with previous generations. And in the flagship market, that's exactly the kind of change that starts conversations months before the phone even launches.